You'll make it look like you like her. Okay, I hear from my wife. I stuff it in there. Right, there's more.
Good morning, I'm Pat, and this is Eleanor.
Good morning, and welcome to Honor Flight Chicago.
Yeah, go for the pretty one with all the colors. There you go.
Just contact Honor Flight Chicago for our volunteer. We'd love to have you. All
Hi, welcome to Honor
Tim and
Flight.
Dave have
David,
checked
how are
in.
you?
Good morning. Honor Flight Chicago, Flight 116. Welcome. This is our 16th season, our 116th mission, and with today's 114 heroes, we are crossing over the 11,000 veterans flown to our nation's capital. Today, we have one veteran who served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. We have 6 Korean War heroes with us, and we have 107 Vietnam War heroes with us. The average age of our veterans with us here today is 78 and a half. And we have our most senior veteran is 97 years young. We are so excited to have our honored guests here with us this morning, our World War II, our Korean War, and our Vietnam War heroes. And to our Vietnam War heroes, a long overdue and very heartfelt welcome home. Welcome home. So before we start the boarding process, we're very fortunate to have Officer Drahos here lead us in our national anthem. So if you are able, please stand, remove your caps.
On the guard. Attention.
Yep. Okay.
On the guard. Present. Arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome to DC, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy our humidity. We don't have any tornadoes, but we do have humidity.
We got them both. Yeah, we got a picture.
One step ahead of you.
Wave to him.
Hi, Don.
Sounds good. Come on, sorry about your foot
And
there.
I'll have you park on the side.
The United States Air Force Memorial, dedicated on October 14, 2006, honors the service and legacy of the men and women of the United States Air Force and its heritage organizations. At the heart of the memorial, one will find a triangular prow bound by 3 stainless steel spires. The inspiration for the 3 spires soaring into the sky are fashioned after the contrails of the Air Force Thunderbirds as they peel back in a precision bomb burst maneuver during their flight demonstration. These spires are asymmetrical and dynamic, ranging in height from 230 to 270 feet tall, causing the view of the memorial to be different at every angle. The number 3 is also resonant, with significant associations for the Air Force, including their 3 core values of today: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Granite walls to the north and south contain inscriptions describing the valor and core values of aviation pioneers supporting the Air Force and its ancestor military organizations. Positioned in front of the southern wall stands a bronze honor guard, maintaining a constant salute day and night to all members of the United States Air Force and its predecessor organizations. In front of the northern wall stands a glass contemplation wall, a glazed independent panel portraying the missing man formation, flown in honor of a fallen Air Force member, symbolizing the presence of all those who are gone.
Right over here. You go ahead, Jody. Get your picture.
The Honor Guard traces its beginning to the year 1948, when an elite ceremonial unit was activated within the Air Police Squadron. This specialized police unit was tasked with representing the Air Force in funerary and ceremonial functions throughout the National Capital Region. Since then, the Honor Guard has grown to include airmen from all Air Force specialties and continues to represent the nation in high-level ceremonies throughout the world. Each team member is armed with a fully functional 11-pound M1 Garand rifle with a fixed bayonet. Described by General George S. Patton as the greatest battle implement ever devised, the Garand was the standard issue service rifle when the Air Force was formed and is a piece of armed forces history. As in every Air Force mission, the drill team executes each movement with flawless timing and exacting precision. Throughout the performance, airmen will engage in dangerous weapon exchanges and complex movements that require absolute focus. However, I encourage you to applaud and cheer at any time. You will not break their concentration.
Drill team.
And now, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Mendoza, your United States Air Force Honor Guard Drill Team! The Air Force mission is to fly, fight, and win. Air power, anytime, anywhere. Our rapid mobility and precision engagement defines us as a distinctive military force. The drill team embodies these traits by remaining superbly conditioned to perfect all movements throughout every performance. In order to accelerate change, the Air Force continues to evolve into a stronger and more efficient fighting force. The drill team is no exception to this. Although our routine is frequently revised and improved upon, one tradition remains the same: the use of the drill team's line formation. Watch the domino effect created by the quick reflexes of each team member, then make some noise and show some love. The louder you cheer, the harder they will perform. The drill team recruits, retains, and inspires as the traveling component of the Air Force Honor Guard. This 220-member squadron is comprised of competitively selected airmen from across the United States. Members of the Honor Guard are multi-capable airmen proficient in a variety of ceremonial and wartime skill sets. If we should fail to continue sharpening America's edge, we endanger our security, our people, and our way of life. This is no more evident than in this last sequence, which showcases teamwork, precision, and unwavering mutual trust. Please direct your attention to Sergeant Mendoza as he attempts to march up and back through the narrow gauntlet of spinning weapons. Representing every member, past and present, of the United States Air Force, your United States Air Force Honor Guard Drill Team!
There's like the more elements of it. To go to drill They look sharp. I like those uniforms. I like what you do with that M1, which I hated when I was in it.
Excellent job. Count of three. 1, 2, 3.
So how did you refer to
Yeah, so I'm an airman, I'm in the Air Force, but our job title, we're called ceremonial guardsmen.
The World War II Memorial, dedicated on May 29, 2004, honors the service of 16 million members of the Armed Forces of the United States of America, the support of countless millions on the home front, and the ultimate sacrifice of more than 400,000 Americans. Through stone architecture and bronze sculptures, the World War II Memorial recognizes the way America served, honors those who fell, and recognizes the victory they achieved to restore freedom and end tyranny around the globe. 12 bronze bas-reliefs decorate the walls of the memorial on either side as one approaches the ceremonial plaza. These reliefs chronologically highlight the experience of the war on the home front, placed in context with the battles being waged on land, sea, and air. 56 granite columns representing each U.S. state and territory at the time of World War II, ring an impressive rainbow pool located in the heart of the memorial. Quotes by presidents, authors, and commanding officers, references to theaters, campaigns, and battles, and 2 massive victory pavilions representing the Atlantic and Pacific theaters chronicle the efforts Americans undertook to win the war. Within the victory pavilions, a large rendering of the World War II Victory Medal is centered upon the memorial floor. Directly above the Victory Medal, 4 stately American bald eagles, symbols not only of our nation, but of the armed forces, holds aloft an ancient symbol of victory, a laurel wreath. As one glances over the rainbow pool from the balcony of the Victory Pavilions, your field of vision is captured by a wall of 4,048 gold stars on the west side of the memorial, reminding all of the supreme sacrifice made by over 400,000 Americans to make that victory possible. This memorial thus stands as a testament and tribute to the legacy of the greatest generation.
Thank you for your service. So glad you're here today.
Thank you.
Go
Thank you so
Chicago.
much.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Lots of police here for you today. Supposed to be sent home.
Welcome out. Thanks for bringing everyone today. Ron, thank you for your service. Welcome home.
So he ended up going to LCS up
Veterans, hand, salute. Oh, say, can you see Private Han's early light? What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flag upon bursting in air through the night, and our hand was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Ready.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good. Right shoulder up.
You could now bow your head and join us in a moment of silence. Veterans,
Toes.
hands,
Please say up. Toe.
ready.
Right shoulder up.
Color guard. Retire the color.
Color, ready, step.
Flight Chicago, Flight 116. You're a special group, 114 strong. You answered when your nation called. A very small percentage of Americans can say that. You are appreciated and honored. On behalf of a grateful nation, and especially Honor Flight Chicago family, we thank you for your service and we applaud you. Please remain in place so we can take a brief photograph.
I have a sister that lives in Scottsdale.
Built in the style of the Parthenon, the Lincoln Memorial, dedicated May 30th, 1922, has inspired generations. A 19-foot-tall statue of President Abraham Lincoln gazes out from the solemn chamber of his memorial. Lincoln's imposing temple is surrounded by 36 columns, each representing a state in the Union at the time of his death in 1865. The interior of Lincoln's memorial features inscriptions of this revered president's most important speeches the Gettysburg Address, and his second inaugural speech. Above these speeches are the murals named Emancipation and Unity. On the wall behind the Lincoln statue is an inscription that reads, "In this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom he saved the Union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever." The Korean War Veterans Memorial, dedicated July 27, 1995, commemorates the sacrifices of millions of Americans and Allied partners who fought during the Korean War. The memorial's Wall of Remembrance contains over 2,500 photos, selected from the National Archives, of men and women who served in the Korean War. 19 stainless steel statues, standing in a field of juniper bushes and polished granite strips, represents a platoon on patrol marching through rice paddies and over rough Korean terrain. Each statue stands 7 feet tall, weighing nearly 1,000 pounds, representing the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps, and are proportionate to the percentage of participation in the Korean War by each branch. When combined with their reflection in the Wall of Remembrance, there is a total count of 38 figures, representing the 38th parallel forming the border between North and South Korea. The newest element to the Korean War Memorial is a Wall of Remembrance featuring the names of more than 43,000 U.S. service members and Korean augmentees to the U.S. Army who perished during the war. The names are arranged in order of rank and branch of service to demonstrate to visitors how the war's burden fell unevenly across the military. Another important element of the wall is that the names of the U.S. service members and Korean augmentees to the U.S. Army are not listed separately. Instead, they are mingled together, just as they fought together during the war. The Wall of Remembrance serves to remind those who visit the Korean War Memorial each year that freedom is not free.
You did? Oh, I didn't. I am 14. Hey, Dad, wasn't it every year that
You can get on my back, I'll run.
The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall, dedicated on November 11, 1982, honors the men and women who served in the Vietnam War from 1959 until 1975. The memorial wall chronologically lists the names of more than 58,300 Americans who gave their lives in service to their country fighting in Vietnam and Southeast Asia, as well as those who were listed as missing in action during the war. 2 arms consisting of 70 panels each form a wide V shape, with the eastern wall extending toward the Washington Monument and the western wall directed toward the Lincoln Memorial. Next to the names of those declared fallen, you will find a diamond shape etched in the granite. Next to those considered missing in action, you will find a cross. If a person currently marked as MIA returns alive, A circle would be etched around the cross. If the service member's remains are identified, a diamond would be superimposed over the cross. The In Memory plaque, dedicated on November 10, 2004, honors the men and women who served in Vietnam and later died from causes related to the war. Dedicated in 1993, the Vietnam Women's Memorial, portraying 3 women caring for a fallen soldier, pays tribute to the more than 265,000 women who served during the Vietnam era and is the first memorial in Washington, D.C., honoring women's military service. Young, armed, and wearing jungle combat gear, the 3 servicemen statue, dedicated on November 11, 1984, stands as a permanent watch over the wall. Veterans have stated, while there are distinguishing characteristics for each man, they still feel like they could be any soldier. It was the first representation of an African American on the National Mall.
Oh, yes.
Well, we did all the things. It was just we had to breathe through it. When we saw stuff, we just had to breathe through it.
W20 line 4. Line 4?
Yes. 4.
Okay.
Can you see it? His name?
So they're going to people come to DC to find them. Is there a particular area they put their names in?
Once we get back on the bus.
Now, if you'd like a rubbing of that, we
You want to do a rubbing?
Would you like a rubbing of it?
He's a really handsome. His blonde hair could be a growing kid. Yeah, he was a good-looking kid, and he.
Now, the last veteran I had.
Because all of us went to Vietnam about the same time. We tried to convince him not to go. He wasn't the personality that should have went. It's one of those things.
A Polish kid who's in.
And here's the worst part. As kids, one of my friends, his father owned a mortuary. So when my mother died, I stopped over and asked him, how did Kenny die? Because they sent him to him. The military said they couldn't open a casket. Thank you very much.
Would you like to open it and take a look?
There you are, Kenny. Thank you. That's nice.
One place that was like the dental chair and the open outlet.
Oh, yeah. I've met her.
Yeah, so what?
Okay, thank you so much.
I'll find it something. Find it. You want to do it? You want me to go ahead?
It's a high. Yep. She will be more than willing to help you. Maybe need help finding something?
That's all I could do.
It's dangerous. It's like, yeah, front ways.
They're all the way on the other side of the camera.
On the mayor station, on the child, they knocked all the phones up, everything.
They come out very nice.
You tell me about him? Yeah, he was my commanding officer in Vietnam, and he went home a month before I did, and then he went home to get married, and his girlfriend married his best friend. So he re-enlisted. They gave him $10,000, and he came back, and he died like a month after I left Vietnam. Mm-hmm. Called him Targe. Yeah. Every time I used to call him, sir, he says, I'm just like you. Don't call me that. Just call me Targe.
You know what the amazing thing is? There's a story that goes with every single name here, right?
Absolutely. There is. Thank you so much.
Glad to be. Glad to be cool. Who's the very last one?
Thank you.
Only from being here so many times.
I wish I knew him. Because he was a Jeep driver. And
I can picture this woman with Okay, let's go. Here he is.
Who is that, Greg?
I had 5 guys in my high school graduating class. They got killed in
I'm gonna get down so we can see the trees.
See these marks here? That's 10 names. There's like a way to count with the ticks, she was saying.
Opened in 2003, the Stephen F. Udvar-Hazy Center, located next to Dulles International Airport in Northern Virginia, serves as a partner facility to the National Air and Space Museum, located in Washington, D.C. The 2 locations together attract more than 8 million visits per year, making the National Air and Space Complex the most popular museum in the United States. This expansive museum consists of 3 hangars. The Boeing Aviation Hangar houses dozens of historically significant aircraft and artifacts, including the Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird and the Concorde. The James S. McDonnell Space Hangar houses dozens of spacecraft, including the Space Shuttle Orbiter Discovery. A more recently added hangar, the Mary Baker Engine Restoration Hangar, is where scientists and engineers work to restore artifacts from the Air and Space Museum's massive collection.
It's not stealth, it's stealthy. It's the size of a refrigerator that you keep your coat in the garage in. It's about that size.
Honor Flight Chicago Flight 116. What a day we had. We asked you to get up early, real early, but boy did we see a lot, boy did we do a lot. I'm constantly asked how we put everything together, all the pieces to make today the day that it is.
Number one.
And it's hands down, it's an easy answer. We have hands down the best volunteers in the world. The most dedicated volunteers. Our orange shirts, our red shirts, our blue shirts, our yellow shirts, our green shirts. We just want them to know how much we appreciate all of their efforts. This is our 16th season, and today we crossed over 11,000 senior war heroes brought to our nation's capital to get the day that they are deserving of and to see the memorials that were built in their honor. But what I'm most proud of is the depth and breadth of our organization today, the way that we are in the community with programs like Operation Education, which we talked about today, our veteran interviews, our podcasts, Operation Never Forgets. It's amazing the different ways that we are touching the community today. And a lot of that goes back to the amazing team that we have in the office, Doug and Edna. Let's show them our appreciation. I'd like to thank our partners and supporters for helping make these trips possible. This is our 116th mission, so we are so fortunate to have so many that believe deeply in what we are doing in our mission. But most of all, I want to thank our senior war heroes, our World War II, our Korean War, and our Vietnam War heroes. As we toured your memorials today, we saw the amazing symbolism in their design, as well as the powerful words inscribed on their walls. At the Korean War Memorial, there is a prominent inscription. It's 4 words. Freedom is not free. No words could be truer, and we understand that. I ask our veterans to keep it going. This doesn't have to be a one-day experience. Wear your service with pride, share your stories, and there's plenty of ways to get involved with Honor Flight Chicago, to stay involved. And our organization, is more committed than ever in showing our appreciation in helping Americans realize the debt of gratitude that we owe our service members. So our veterans, when you were stationed far away from home, whether it was across the country, overseas, wherever it was, outside of warm shower, what were 2 of your favorite words to hear? Yes, mail call. Mail call, mail call. We have mail call for each and every one of our senior war heroes with us here today. Mr. Rose, Mr. Edward Walls,
Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Walter, Mr. Wander, Mr. Watson, Mr. Waxman, Mr. DeBella, Mr. Grajek, Mr. Graven, Mr. Hazlip, Mr. Campion, Mr. Rudisul, Mr. David Salvino, Mr. Peterson, Mr. Pope, Mr. K, Mr. Portis, Mr. Radovonovich, Mr. Ramsbottom, Mr. Reardon, Mr. Kelly, Mr. DeFachtenberg, Mr. DiNardo, Mr. Albert, Mr. Farlow, Mr. McFalls, Mr. Martinezek, Mr. Mouse, Mr. McCullough, Mr. McGuire, Mr. Morrison, Mr. Moses, Mr. Neves, Mr. Pace,
Getting the mail in time to get overnight.
Mr. Fuhrer,
Kitty's on the back there.
Yes.
Mr. Geegan,
She makes everything more enjoyable.
Mr. Geist, Mr. Berghauser, Mr. Busey, Mr. Says, Mr. Camden, Mr. Gillis, Mr. Battle, Mr. Goetz, Mr. Meyer, Mr. Flanagan, Mr. Forbes, Mr. Koch. On behalf of Organization Honor Flight Chicago, I would like to personally thank our senior war heroes for their service and sacrifice, and to our Vietnam veterans, a long overdue and very heartfelt welcome home. Welcome home.
That's what I was just saying. He sent me on the side. Yeah, because I was asking because I was looking like, okay.
On behalf of South Lieutenant Senior Flight Crew, we would love to thank you for your service and be the first to welcome you back to your home in Chicago. Again, thank you guys so much for choosing us. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everything you've done for our country. And welcome home.
mood because I'm feeling just right. How's about a corner with a table for two, where the music's mellow and some gay rendezvous? There's no chance romancing with the blue attitude. You've gotta do some dancing to get in the mood. Sister, what you callin'? It's a timely idea. Something swinging dilla would be good to my ear. Everybody must agree that dancing has charms. When you have a certain one you love in your arms, standing out with you would be a sweet interlude. I found the rock that would put me in the mood, in the mood. That's it, I got it, in the mood. Your ear will spot it, in the mood. I want a hot hit, be alive and get the jive. You got to learn how. Hep, hep, hep. Hep like a heifer, hep, hep, hep. Hot as a pepper, step, step, step. Step like a stepper, we're mugging and hugging, we're in the mood now. Bring out a song of the cheer. Now's the time to roll the barrel, 'cause the game's on. Here, ta-da, 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 ta-da. When they hear the rumble and the roar, it's a big surprise that they're waiting for. And all the couples, they form a ring. 1 mile around, yeah, hear them say 3 or 4. All right, clap your hands. Let's see some hands. Cheer as the whole gang is here. Roll it up, let's do the beer, beer, roll, polka. Hey! He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft, but then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He said, the army now, I'm blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, the company band. They made him go a bugle for his Uncle Sam. They really brought him down because he couldn't jam. They kept the street to understand, because the next day the cat went out and drank to the band. And now the coming jobs when he was troubling. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, the company band. Number 47 said to number 3, you're the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure will be delighted with your company. Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole song rock. Let's do the jailhouse rock, rock, rock. Sitting on a black stone, way over in the corner, weeping all alone. It wasn't anybody, don't you be no square. You can't find nobody using wood and shell. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. To me, our thunder, animals, give 'em the gun, give 'em the gun. Down they die, starting a wave from under, off with one. here's our Coast Guard marching song. We sing on land or sea, through surf and storm and howling gale. I shall our purpose free. Coast Guard, Semper Paratus is our kind, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save or fight, and die, Coast Guard.